A dirt cake from '89. There are gummy worms. Start with 2 small packs of vanilla pudding. Get it! Plus 3 cups of moo juice. Step 1 is to beat together 8 ounces of cream cheese and a half cup of butter. What do you mean step 1? What about this? Is the pudding related or did you just want a snack? In goes a cup and a half of powdered sugar. So we're making cream cheese frosting. We don't have a cake, but don't worry, we have pudding. Next we fold in a tub of Cool Whip. Okay, we no longer have frosting. Next we fold in the pudding. Now we no longer have pudding or frosting. We have, well actually I don't know what this is. Now we need a pack of Oreos. Oh, for f***'s sake. Don't worry, we don't get to enjoy them. They just get a summary execution. Downshift! Assemble in layers. Oh. Finally, we half bury the worms. Sentences that should never be in a cookbook. I mean, come on, really? It's just American. Chill. While you wait, you can pre-order my cookbook, Baking Yesteryear. That's sugar. This will make kids go feral. Little Johnny's gonna put his tricycle in the Indy 500. It's actually really good. A Jell-O poke cake from '79. So there's 2 crazy things about this cake. One being, well, it's a cake with Jell-O set inside of it. Second being, it's found in my new cookbook, Baking Yesteryear. Coming out this July, everywhere books are sold. What? Yeah, this is not a joke. This is a book announcement. You should pre-order. Start with 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. 1.5 cups of sugar. 4 eggs. Oh, the nerve! I know what I'm doing. I have a cookbook. Whisk. Dry ingredients are 2 1/4 cups of flour, pinch of salt, a teaspoon of floof powder. Then we alternate mixing dry to wet with a cup of moo juice. Done! Then into a 9x13, 350 for about a half hour. Then over 3 ounces of any flavored Jell-O goes a cup of boiling water. This is the first time I'm using raspberry. So it's been an hour and both of these have cooled down, so now we stab. But you never stabbed a cake before. Here we go. To the fridge. Good morning. Top with whipped cream. Oh, that's a darn good cake. Lard nuts from 1909. Now, if you're in my line of work, chances are you handle a great deal of nuts. It simply comes with the territory and it's a great perk. However, lard nuts do not sound appealing. They sound contagious. Start with 4 cups of flour, mixed with 1 cup of sugar, plus 5 teaspoons of nutmeg. This lady's spicy. Putting the nut in lard nuts. Now we whisk with a fork. You know, they invented a tool for that. It's called a whisk. Next we rub in a half pound of lard with the hands. I hate this. Next up is 3 eggs beaten. Put them up. Mixed in again with the hands. Lady loves her digits. Now we roll to balls. So if you're not sure what a nut is, you're too young. They can be any cookie with a stiff spiced dough, usually finished with a nut, which is how most of us finish. 300 until browned. High. They taste a bit like mothballs or like an old handkerchief. An asparagus cake from 1980. You know, I don't make these things up. They legitimately get printed in cookbooks for reasons I've yet to fathom. Our kitchen to yours. You can keep it. First, we need 2 cups of grated asparagus. This is food for sheep and people who do yoga. Next is a 1.5 cups of vegetable oil, orange rind, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, vanilla asparagus. Really? 8 ounces of crushed pineapple and the juice. Sorry, pineapple, vanilla asparagus. My bad. 3 eggs. The dry ingredients are 3 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, cinnamon, and a 1.5 cups of chopped nuts. Mix. Terror guacamole. Bad. An hour at 350. Woo! So heavy. Powdered sugar, orange, moo juice. Woo! So it's a nice moist cake, but it's flavored like the underneath of a lawnmower. It's earthy. It's not quite right. 2-ingredient pumpkin quickies from '65. Yes, it's officially pumpkin season, which means people are whipping out the boots with the fur and trying to snag any wayward bachelor within 100 meters. But it also means baking. First is a 15-ounce can of pumpkin. Release the gourd. And the last ingredient is a box of spice cake mix. Pioneered in 1951 by Mr. Duncan Hines. This is him right here. He looks like if you get a tattoo, you'll be written out of the will. Missionary only type of guy. Now we just mix. Well, these definitely are quickies. And I would know. Like draft dodgers, I don't see much action. That's why I'm called Drive-By Dylan. 350 for roughly 12 minutes. But just watch them. Whoa! Cookie! A traditional cookie? No. Soft, cakey, and very pleasant. Yes. Your pumpkin spice is already in here. You just added the pumpkin. Is it cheating? Yes. But cheating tastes good. A seafood mousse from 1972. So they describe this dish as an elegant and fancy way to elevate family dinners. However, upon first glance, I would describe it as an ornate pile of Start with a cup and a half of canned crab. I love crab in a can. Yay. Why does it have a diaper? Is the crab diaper integral to this dish? Well, you never know. Cup of celery. Celery, if water was a vegetable. Marinate this in some lemon juice. Tabasco. Worcestershire. My car on a cold morning. Worcestershire sauce. Salt. And onion powder. Now atop a double boiler, we melt 8 ounces of cream cheese in a can of tomato soup. Fire! Now to a cup of water goes 3 packets of gelatin. You knew this was coming. It's like watching a car crash. I move this to an ice bath. Once it's thickened, we fold in a cup of mayonnaise. Whatever you think elevate means is wrong. Finally, our crab. It's just morbid. To the fridge. Whoa. That's fancy, all right. Fancy feast. Some good cat food. A+. Magic cookie bars from 63. So this recipe is so dead simple that even Frank could do it. Hear that, Frank? Yeah, you're dumb as rocks. We start by placing a half cup of margarine or butter in a 13x9 pan. I'm using butter because I have standards. Do I? Pop this into a 350-degree oven just until it's melted. Oh boy! Then you just evenly dump in a cup and a half of graham cracker crumbs, a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 2 cups of chalky chips, a cup of coconut flakes, and finally a cup of chopped nuts. Frank, what nuts do we use? We gonna use Brazil nuts. They don't get enough love, and I'm a lover of all nuts. Get in. Bake at 350 for about a half hour. Hello. You gotta let it cool. Oh yes, these will do just fine. I mean, look at them. For something that is just dumped in a pan, that is bloody genius and tastes brilliant. Peanut butter soup from 1941. So this cookbook was put out by the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company to make sure people were getting adequate nutrition during the war. And this soup here is apparently the perfect meal when it comes to ideal macronutrient intake. We've come a long way in 80 years. Into a saucepan, we start by melting 5 tablespoons of lard. You know, in the story of my life, lard is the closest thing I've ever had to an nemesis. Fire! Once the lard is melted, we make a roux by whisking in 5 tablespoons of flour. Now that we've got some color, we mix in a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, diluting it with the same amount of water. Finally, we have a pinch of salt and just a half cup of peanut butter. Get in! Oh, this is thick. Today we're serving up hot beige. Come get your bowl of brown. I don't understand. This dish has no idea what it's trying to be. It is confused. It isn't terrible. It's just an unfortunate way to consume peanut butter. Macaroni biscuits from World War II. So during the turn of the 40s, there was this strange trend of people putting disturbing ingredients into dinner biscuits. Whether it was the product of wartime rations, personal taste, or consanguineous marriage remains a mystery. First step is to cook a half cup of macaroni. Fire! Meanwhile, our dry ingredients are 2 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, teaspoon of salt, plus 5 teaspoons of baking powder. God damn. This is a Josh Groban treatment. You can fire these from a mortar. Y'all got me making ballistic biscuits. Strain! Wet ingredients are 3 tablespoons of melted shortening, a cup of moo juice, 1 egg, and the macaroni. Combine the two, mix. Boop. We got the muffin biscuits. Half hour at 400. Oh, boy! Woo! What? Oh, there's something wrong here. There seems to be macaroni in my biscuit. Precisely what you think it would be. It feels like brains. A vinegar pie from the Great Depression. A modern take on home baking. Sir, your phone number is 4 digits. Pastry. This is my son. Get a little bit dusty. You're gonna want a deep 9-inch. Don't we all? Blind bake at 350. Eggy. No, officer, there's no shell in here. Sugar. Add your Paula Deen extract. So far, so good. Vinegar. I take it back. Wakey, wakey, time for school. A dash of sorghum. Well, I don't have sorghum because I don't have a life expectancy of 12. That's the power of pine salt, baby. For thine is the kingdom. Bake to your liking. Sweetie, none of this is my liking. Don't come back. It came back. Nah. Heaven. This is what I'd imagine a toilet brush to taste like. Ginger nuts from 1906. Now, I've never seen a ginger nut, but I assume it's roughly the same as a blonde or a brunette. Fittingly, these nuts begin with a good pound of flour, pinch of salt, 3 ounces of sugar, teaspoon of soda, and half an ounce of ginger. Woo! You're gonna be spicy. Now, to a saucepan, we add 4 ounces of butter, plus half a pound of any treacle. I would call that excessive. Fire! Once the butter is melted, we add half a gill of milk. What is a gill? A gill is 32 fluid drams. Oh, thank God for that. When has the Avoirdupois system helped anybody? We need a 1/4 cup. Moo juice! In we go! Mix. We knead in flour until stiff. Come on! Roll to balls. And what are balls without nuts? Bake in a quick oven for about 7 minutes. That'll be 400 degrees. Hello? Okay. I see you. It is a snapless, rotund ginger snap. It's like what ginger beer is to ginger ale, just in cookie form. Good cookie. Well, when I parked the Cadillac, the gas gauge was half full. And it is now very much, empty. Out of boom juice. I'm now sitting in a very large paperweight. Come on, Herman. Every self-respecting man should own a NATO jerry can. Hold this. I seem to have an expired registration. Sheriff O'Malley, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me. Showtime. Drink! Come on, darling. Ah! Well, let's start. 1 pump for good measure. Ah! Spatchcocked, the past tense of spatchcock, my number 47 favorite word in the English language, which is criminally underutilized. It is used in the culinary sphere to describe a method through which you prepare chicken. You remove the spine and then flay the bird in half in order to better cook it evenly. But I like to use it as a threatening verb. Like, if you don't pass me that Oreo, I'm gonna spatchcock you. It comes from 17th century shorthand for dispatching the... I mean, good Lord. Also happens to be Grindr's official slogan. Does anyone want to tell me why new towels are so fluffy? Because I've washed mine twice, and I still feel like I've been violated in a Build-A-Bear workshop. I come out of the shower clean, but then I'm just covered head to toe in cotton shed, like some low-budget kindergarten Christmas production, some Care Bear fraternity initiation hazing ritual type bullshit. A 7-Up Jell-O salad from 63. Let me tell you, this recipe... Cream cheese. Gotta get you fluffy. Half a cup of mayo. This went downhill pretty quick. Water. Fire. Lime Jell-O. More like crime Jell-O. It's like reading directions to purgatory. Whoop. Star of the show. Now we have carbonated mayonnaise lime water. Don't ask me how it smells. Gotta chill. Pineapple and maraschinos. Everything's so sticky. Okay. Cool Whip. 1, 2. Marshmallows. With the mayo. Walnuts. Unholy. See you later. Good morning. Woo. There's so much going on! Sorry, I can't say it's bad. It tastes like aggressively sweet fruit salad put into lime gelato. That doesn't make any of this okay. Magic mayo from 1951. What is magic mayo besides a mistake? I don't know, but the first ingredient is sweetened condensed milk. Don't worry though, it's only 2/3 of a cup into a jar. It'll just take 12 years, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of vinegar, the yolk of 1 egg. I find this incredible because mayonnaise is actually dairy-free, yet these people have managed to turn this into a lactose bonanza. We finish up with a pinch of salt, cayenne, and ground mustard. Now we seal and shake vigorously, preferably to kill whatever demon we've summoned. You know, I used to like mason jars, then came gentrification. To the fridge! Okay. Well, that's awful, but nobody eats mayonnaise by itself. No! It tastes like sunscreen! I was sick and tired of cold coffee in the car, so I thought there's one place that stays hot, my engine bay. So I said, let's clean out this old washer pump, put in some fresh hot coffee every morning, extend these lines into the truck, so that whenever I push the wiper fluid, I get fresh hot coffee on demand. Now that's a thing of beauty. Oh. Hey, what's this? My homework. And what's this? The deadline. So what are you gonna do? Bake 36 muffins. 36. Frog eye salad from 1968. Start by boiling a pot of water. Fire! Cook a box of acini de pepe to al dente. You know, the other word for al dente is correct. To a new saucepan, we have a cup of sugar, dash of flour, 2 eggies, then the juice from all of this canned pineapple. You see this? This is concern. Cook this, drain the pasta. Time to go. Oh. We've chilled both of these down, and now we start combining. Pineapple, why? The author calls this her comfort food. I call it a mistake. Pound of mandarin oranges, a tub of Cool Whip, a cup of... cup of marshmallows. Add salt if it needs it. It doesn't need salt, it needs help. To the fridge. I just don't understand. Yeah, so it's not good. Am I the only car guy who's got that one vehicle they're too afraid to admit they like because it's kinda sus? Cause I like the Chrysler Aspen. This is outside. What the f— Hi, I'm Dylan, and I literally feel like I'm house sitting in a horror story. Knock, knock. The most horrifying abomination I've seen in years. I am in the belly of the beast. This looks older than Jimmy Carter. Oh, what in Sister Mary fucking Joseph is that? What are you? Fucking Mickey Mouse umbrella. I am not exaggerating. This is nothing short of horrifying. It is pitch black. Is it this way? No, sir. Water heater, furnace, toilet. I don't like anything to do with this. I don't think I can explain to you how creepy this fucking situation. Oh. Okay, we are never going back in there again. Fly me to the fridge because I need another snack. I don't care if I've just ate, I know my stomach's whack. These lamps are ugly, but they don't have to be. With some time and effort, you can turn these things into something classy, utilizing some tape, gold, and then matte black spray paint. Not to mention, once the coats have dried, there is nothing more satisfying than separating trim. For the cherry on top, you'll need 3 tubular Edison bulbs to complete the look. So here's the before and the after. I won't lie, I was not expecting it to look this good. I don't know how I pulled this off. Today, y'all, we're gonna take a look at what's under the hood of my 1963 Cadillac Series 6200 sedan. This 2.5-ton car is powered by Cadillac's 6.4-liter pushrod V8 engine, mated to a 4-speed hydromatic auto. .325 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque originally breathed through a 4-barrel Rochester carburetor, but it now breathes through a 750 CFM Edelbrock. Of course, all of this heads to the rear wheels and is held together by Cadillac's X-frame chassis, which is quite strong but offers no side impact protection. Braking is achieved only by drum brakes, and both the rear axle and the front individual suspension are coil springs. This renders the ride very soft, but the body roll is astronomical in anything other than a straightaway. And for those who keep asking, no, there are zero emissions protocols here. This Cadillac is true to form to its 1963 self. Anti-lock brakes versus no anti-lock brakes. Nowadays, most modern cars in the West come equipped with ABS and disc brakes all around, but that wasn't always the case. With ABS, the wheels keep moving.
এইটা আমাগো ছাগল আল্লাহ এইবার এই ছাগল দিয়ে আমরা কুরবানি দিব
ভাত খেয়ে যা
না না খাওয়ান লাগবো না আমি যে বাড়িতে না ভাত তরকারি রাইন দিয়েছি
উট কুরবানিতে ঢাকা না লাগবো এখন ইন্টারনেটের যুগ ফেসবুকে ছবি দেখো
জুতো নাই থাকলে জুতো দিয়ে পিটাইতাম চলেন আসেন
হ্যাঁ এরম ফুটানি মাইরাই বেড়ায় দুনিয়া দাঁত দানা করছে কিরে খাড়াই রয়েছিস কেন খাওয়ান দিছি তো খাইতে আয়
দান খয়রাত নিতে আমি পারবো না, আমার শরম করে।
আরে বাবা শরমের কি আছে?
আয় পায়েস খাওয়া যাবি
অহন না পরে মনে হন যাই
আইস কিন্তু
অনেক মানুষ আছে না আশের মতন ক্যাত ক্যাত করে গলা পর্যন্ত খায়, আমি পারি না। গরিবের বউ না তুমি, খাসি মাংস খাইতে পারতাছি না, 1 ঘন্টা ঘুরে আনি।
একটু হাসো, ফ্রি ফ্রি ছাগল পাইতাছো, চুইট করে হাসি দাও। ছেগাইয়া হাসতেছো কেন? একটু চুইট করে হাসো।
ও ভাবি এত স্বাদের মাংস ফালাই দিলেন কেন? খাসির মাংস আমি আনতে কইছিলাম আপনার লইগা, ভাবছিলাম মজা করে আপনারা রান্না খাওয়াবো।
কোন রঙে বানায়াছ ঘর খানি
বেটা মাইছে ঘরের মধ্যে কি দেখে না মেয়ে ছেলে গোসল করতেছে
দেহে তো ওইটা দেখানোর লেগে আইছে।
আরো মেহমান আইবো, তুমি বাইরে যাই বসো।
আরে কই গেল ওই দিন? হ্যাঁ, ওনার কিছুই নাই, খালি বিটাটা আছে। সামনে ঈদ না, মাংসের দাম বেড়ে গেছে, খাসির মাংসের দাম তো আরো বেশি।
ও ভাবি আমার একটা বাড়িতে করে একটুখানি দেন না, বাড়িতে লয়ে যাই। কি এইটা?
এটা দুম্বার বাচ্চা।
পুরো খালি মস্করা করে।
ভাবি
আজকে আমি ভালো
টিমটা কোন দিকে?
ওদিকে
তুমি কেরম ছুটেই থাকবা, ফুপু ডাক শুনাইবা না?
আকাশ,
আরে আসতে খা।
আমার বইনে আইছে, বইনের জামাই আইছে।
আপনি কষ্ট করে রিক্সা চালাবেন আর আমি চেটের উপরে বয়ে থাকবো, তাই হয় নাকি?